Thousands of years ago, our ancestors roamed the earth as hunter-gatherers, relying on their instincts and the natural resources of the land. Survival was paramount in a world filled with challenges. Then came a monumental shift, the agricultural revolution. People began to cultivate the land, domesticate animals, and settle in communities. This marked a turning point as societies grew, trade flourished, and civilizations emerged. Fast forward through the eons, and we arrive at the Industrial Revolution, a seismic transformation that reshaped our existence. However, the increased use of machinery, chemicals, and mass production of goods introduced substances into our environment that had unintended consequences on our health, thus leading humanity into the downward spiral propelled by endocrine disruptors. Alright, so what are endocrine disruptors? They are chemicals that interfere and disrupt with the function of our endocrine system. Our endocrine system is responsible for releasing important hormones into our body, like testosterone, cortisol, prolactin, you get the point. With that said, let's discuss the top 3 most prominent endocrine disruptors in our environment. Alright, number 1, BPA. BPA is associated with various adverse health effects, including hormonal disruption, reproductive issues, and increased risk of cardiovascular diseases. In a study done among couples in need of treatment fertility, in 98% of patients, BPA was found in the urine samples. BPA has a similar chemical structure to the estrogen hormone, allowing it to bind to estrogen receptors and activate similar biological responses. Especially in young boys, the increased prevalence of BPA is leading to delayed puberty, slowed growth, and lower testosterone. How can we avoid BPA? To avoid BPA toxins, be sure to steer clear of canned foods and plastics marked with recycling label number 7. In addition, when storing food or water in containers, store them in glass or stainless steel products. You may be tempted to go for products that have BPA-free stickers. However, majority of these products have replaced BPA with BPS or BPF, which are typically having similar or worse effects. Alright, number 2 is dioxin. Other than being carcinogenic and suppressing your immune system, recent research has shown that exposure to low levels of dioxin in the womb and early life can permanently affect testosterone and lower sperm count in men. However, that's not the main problem. Dioxin poisoning is generational. That means if your grandparents or even your great-grandparents were exposed to dioxin at a young age, you and your children will feel its lasting effects. So how can we avoid dioxin? Dioxin often appears in trace amounts, but it builds up over time. Typically, they appear in concentrated animal fats, dairy products, meat, and fish that have been industrially processed. To combat this, simply buy solely organic foods or have a varied diet to avoid food poisoning from a single source. And last but not least, phthalates. Phthalates are used pretty much everywhere, often being used to make plastics more flexible and resilient. However, phthalates are arguably the most deadly of all endocrine disruptors. Typically, around 50 billion of our cells die a day due to our programmed cell death. But phthalates, they trigger the cell death signal in testicular cells early on, lowering overall testosterone levels. A quick way you can check right now for phthalates in your environment are to check your shampoo, conditioner, or whatever personal product you use, and check the ingredients on the back, and look for the ingredient fragrance or parfum. Both these substances are used to conceal ingredients that are used in the product and likely have phthalates or other endocrine disruptors. Other products you can check are kids' toys, curtains, vinyl flooring, and plastics with recycling label number 3. After hearing all this information, you may feel hopeless as endocrine disruptors are pretty much everywhere, and it's nearly impossible to avoid. However, it is important you understand their widespread presence and eliminate them from your life wherever possible. With that, you can boost and maintain not only your quality life, but your progeny's as well.